Thanks for taking a look at Saturn Cloud. We built Saturn for a simple reason. Organizations rely on Python for data science and machine learning workloads, but it's difficult to scale Python with large volumes of data and across teams. Saturn solves this by integrating the key resources and frameworks for scalable Python in an easy-to-use, collaborative data science platform. In this video, we'll explore creating a project in Saturn, collaborating with teammates, publishing your work, and parallel computing with Dask. Let's start with creating a project in Saturn. From the main Saturn dashboard, start by clicking the Jupyter tab. First, give your project a name. Then, choose your disk space and your instance size. You can see here the number of cores and gigabytes of RAM. You can also set an auto shut-off duration, which is the period of time after which your notebook will spin down if it's idle. Then, select your base Docker image. We have both CPU and GPU images. To see which Python packages are included, check out our documentation. You can also build a custom environment by adding Python packages to a base image. To do this, you simply drop in either requirements.txt to pip install, environment.yaml to conda install, or apt-get packages to install additional Linux packages. Here's an example. Finally, click Create to build your environment. Next, let's explore some of Saturn's collaboration features. Let's start with inviting new users into Saturn, a feature that's limited to system admin. From the main Saturn dashboard, click the Admin tab. Scroll to Add User and add a username and email address. Check the admin box if you want the new user to have admin access, and click Create. This will trigger an email invitation to the address you provided. Now that you have multiple users in your Saturn instance, you can invite specific users to collaborate on specific projects. From the main Saturn dashboard, click the Collaborators tab. From your list of projects, select the one you'd like to share. In the drop-down, select the user you'd like to invite and click Add. This will trigger an email inviting the collaborator into your project. After accepting the invitation, the project will appear in their dashboard. It's important to note that as the project's creator, you must use the Git function to push changes upstream. That way, a collaborator can access the most current version of your work. Now, when a collaborator accesses the project, everyone's in sync. Now, let's say a collaborator makes a change. The collaborator can push changes upstream. You can view the change here and click Finish to push. Now back in the original notebook, we can see the change by clicking Pull Changes from Upstream. Click Finish to accept or Abort to reject. Next, let's look at publishing your work in Saturn. First, go into the notebook you'd like to publish and open a new terminal. Next, execute the following command, which you can find in our documentation under Publishing Notebooks. Now, in the main Saturn dashboard, click the Publishing tab. Start by giving your project a title. You'll notice a checkbox next to Other users can execute this notebook. By checking this box, other users will be able to execute the notebook or run it in Saturn. You can add a description and choose your disk space and instance size. You'll also see a checkbox next to the word Public. By checking this, other users in your Saturn instance can view your published works. And click Save. Now, go back to the main Saturn dashboard and click Your Gallery. And here it is. As you can see, the code, data, and visualizations render as a simple URL. As a final topic, let's discuss creating a Dask cluster in Saturn and take a quick glance at Dask's diagnostic dashboard. From the main Saturn dashboard, start by clicking the Dask tab. In the Project dropdown, Select a running Jupyter instance where you'll create your Dask cluster. Choose your instance size, then set the minimum and maximum number of workers. Your cluster will auto-scale between these lower and upper bounds. To keep it simple, I'll set both to 4. Then click Create. Once your cluster is finished creating, you'll see it here. As a final step, copy the Dask scheduler URL and paste it into the Dask client in your notebook. Next, let's take a glance at Dask's diagnostic dashboard. Back in the Dask tab, click the dashboard URL, which will open in a new tab. Now, let's execute the notebook to see the diagnostics in action. The first tab is the status page, which shows every activity across your cluster. In the task stream, each bar represents a worker. Each segment is an individual task, and like operations are grouped by color. If you see white space, it represents downtime. Down below, these bars show the progress of each task grouping, using the same color scheme as above. If you see a light gray bar on the right, it represents tasks that are ready and would run if you had additional workers. You may also see a darker segment, which shows tasks that have completed and are sitting in RAM. The longer, lighter bars represent completed tasks that have been released from memory. The other two charts show storage used and tasks processing. The status page is just one of several diagnostics. The others are listed here. For more information, check out dask.org. If you'd like to try Saturn for yourself, go to saturncloud.io and click Try Saturn Cloud, or install directly from the AWS Marketplace. We're confident that together we can scale your Python projects with larger volumes of data and across teams for faster time to value and greater business impact.